Hello, and welcome to Hot Chips, where we talk about Nintendo news, which you love. And if you like us, then hit subscribe, because we've got new content coming out every Tuesday and Thursday. I thought, guys, before we get into this, let's go over the giveaway we've got going on.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So if there's anyone out there that has a PS4, we have Gravity Rush,
Gravity Rush.
The hot new game.
Yeah.
Remastered?
Yeah, Gravity Rush Remastered for the PS4. We're giving it away. All you need to do is tell us in the comments what your most anticipated PlayStation game of 2016 is. And we are announcing that winner. Well, the entries close on the 12th of February.
12th of February.
And we'll announce it after that.
Yeah.
So click here to get the video that the thing's on?
No, you can
Yeah,
comment
do
on this
it
one.
You can comment on this one?
You can comment anywhere.
comment on it.
Anywhere. Just comment anywhere.
Yeah.
We'll find it.
See, I didn't even know that. That's awesome.
Alright, well done. Anyway, today we are talking about the NX, the Nintendo NX,
Yes.
and why it is going to change the world of gaming.
Oh, that's your statement.
Okay.
Is that one of the rumors? Is that the rumors? Is it's going to change the state of gaming?
It says, changing the world of gaming forever.
Fantastic.
Alright.
That's not written there.
Rose-coloured glasses.
There was nothing
right
on
there.
that page.
It's written on the back of his head.
Yeah.
Back of his mind. Not... we were razoring it while you were...
What?
Alright, so I thought we've done a few videos in the past. We've talked about the rumours as they come out.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about a whole bunch of rumours that came out, new rumours that came out over the last week or so. So let's just go quickly over some of the old ones, so that if you haven't seen the rumours, you can quickly catch up. We are, of course, talking about the NX, which is Nintendo's next console, or
Next
gaming
hardware?
something. Yeah,
Next gaming hardware.
The next
Next system.
Nintendo.
system.
the Nintendo.
hope
So
it's called that.
we know from rumours, so we don't know that it has industry-leading specs.
Yeah.
It will be both a handheld and a home console.
Yeah. Which is everyone's saying that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it will not have an optical disc drive.
Yeah.
Which is the weirdest thing.
I'll
I
be
find.
really surprised.
Yeah?
Only because it seems like something that Microsoft would want to do.
Yeah.
That's why I don't think Nintendo will do it, because unless it's just got instead. Oh, it doesn't have optical because we're going back to cards.
Are they bringing back cartridges?
Yeah.
No.
Maybe it's that.
No. So I'm I would quickly like to bring something up. If you go back and watch the last NX video we did, Jordan got made fun of a lot because he said that this is going to be a cloud-based service, and perhaps it will work digitally across, PC, PlayStation, whatever. Like, wouldn't that be cool? And I was laughed out of the building.
Yeah.
Comes out in one of the rumors over the last couple of weeks. It will work with smartphones, PCs, and even rival consoles like the PS4.
So I think you've misread that, and I'm going to laugh you out of the building again, because they've also talked about the new Nintendo account that's going to be launching in March alongside Miitomo. Now the new Nintendo.
Is it launching in March?
Yeah. So you're able to register for it on February 17th, so not too far away. Which means you registered for it, and it'll launch alongside Miitomo in March. So both of those coming out.
That's not my Nintendo thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's the new Nintendo account, my
mobile.
Nintendo. So they've come out and they said with this new Nintendo account system, you'll be able to use it on cell phones, on PCs, on your consoles, everywhere. Not the NX. There's no way you're going to be playing NX games on any of these other
Or vice
consoles
versa.
or PC and mobile phones.
Do you think then that there won't be any titles that go across? Like, do you think, for example, this Miitomo will extend across their platforms?
No, Miitomo will just be a
Just a
mobile
mobile
phone app.
Okay.
But why would anyone pick up a Nintendo NX if you already got a PlayStation 4 that could play it?
So this is the thing, right? I think for some reason, I'm rumoring now.
Which is flash rumor.
Yeah, that Nintendo have just decided
Allegedly.
to jump 2 steps ahead of everyone, which is
No.
yeah.
No, I'm laughing.
And
out.
what they've done is they've created a Nintendo Cloud service, and it's going to be what everything else is based on. It's going to be the Netflix of gaming, Nintendo gaming, right?
That's a good term, actually. The Netflix
Yeah.
of Nintendo.
So available
just
on lots of
don't
different
see it.
platforms. If you want to play on your handheld console, you can have the NX handheld. It'll run it. If you want to play on the home console, they're going to launch like an Apple TV, which can run your Nintendo Netflix, and that will have a controller and that sort of thing. Perhaps, they will come out with apps for other systems, for the PC.
This is not.
That's
This
where you
is
lost
so
me.
far from happening that it's laughable.
Yeah.
The other rumor that I've heard that I don't think we had in this was going on about the fact that it's likely that it'll be one cart for your handheld that also has extra information should you be connecting it to the NX. So it'll use higher res models and higher textures when connected to the NX versus the lower res assets for when playing on the handheld.
Well, that kind of leads into one of the other rumors. When this was first announced, I assumed it would be sold as one system that has a handheld component and a console component. Now it's come out
together in one box.
Or at the same time, you can buy them, individually or together. But it's come out. The handheld is rumored to release this year, late this year, and the console version, the home console version, will not be available until 2017.
Does it seem like a weird decision though, given the really recent release of the new Nintendo 3DS?
I think it's genius. I think it works. Look how popular the handheld market is. Right? Every single handheld these guys release just sells amazingly. And sometimes they have a slow start, but they end up doing really well. So they're going to release this handheld, get it popular, and then release a console that says all these games that you've played, you can also play them on your TV that look better.
Yeah, but I think that's weird if you were going to go with that form of integration that they wouldn't be scheduled to release at the same time. It's almost like saying we're doing a soft launch of the new Nintendo system with the handheld. And then we're going to follow it up with the full home experience. And that's kind of I haven't seen that happen before.
No. I mean, we are assuming a lot of things still, so it could work. It could work. That's way more likely.
It works if
games on a PS4.
It works if they do the Nintendo Netflix idea, because they'll be like, you'll be able to access this big library.
What's the
difference? Because it becomes less about the hardware then and more about they're promoting the back-end cloud service, and you can access that on your handheld to start, and maybe they've got a PC app, then they've bought your Apple TV, your Nintendo TV out, and that works with your
Where is the business sense in spending money releasing a box when everybody already owns something you could play them on?
I've got a theory on this. So, considering the last console sold 12 million and the Wii U sold 12 million and the Wii sold 100 million, the Wii had its very own kind of image there, and it sort of deteriorated from what Nintendo was before, trying to be like the hardcore gaming systems, what you guys were talking about before, and I did a little reading. I know what it means now. I know that there was the GameCube, and it was so amazing.
It was so amazing.
But of course, as you mentioned just before, their handheld market is absolutely phenomenal. So I think it is the right move. I think they're getting all their handheld players sucked in, and then they're like, get this, it partners really, really well, and that's how they're going to try and make back that big sales gap that they lost on the Wii U. And it's sort of like the NX. It's going to be very interesting because the NX is. It's being marketed anyway as the release of a hardcore gaming machine, kind of still they've got their brand image and everything.
Yeah.
So where do you sit on the cloud gaming service?
I think if that was going to happen, the most that it would be was saying we can turn on your other consoles and you can play it just when your NX is on, so you don't have to play with anything else. I wouldn't go so far as to say they're going to create a gaming library. It's a neat idea and it may be the next step. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think that's too far ahead, and it's also it's too it plays around too much with Xbox and PS and PlayStation. It's like they probably wouldn't let that happen. There's too much going on there.
I'll give you one example just to finish up that debate.
Yeah.
a really you might have heard of this company called Apple. Do a really good job of having this service called iTunes, where you can have movies, music, video, right? And that's available on a whole bunch of different platforms. But why do they have the Apple TV then? And why do they sell so well?
Wait, what, iTunes, you can't turn on your Android TV box and have iTunes running.
You can run it. It has PC. You can run it on obviously your Apple products.
So
that's
but then they come up with their own box to actually run it. I think it's a similar model.
But you can't do iTunes on your PlayStation. You can't do iTunes on your Xbox. You can't do it on any Android devices. It's like there's so many that you can't, and you can't for a reason. It's because they don't want you using their competitors' products. Everybody's got a PC. So they want you to do it on PC.
A fairer comparison would be iTunes running on what's the new sound thing?
sound thing?
That sound thing that you go, then you have all your sounds there.
Spotify?
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
It would be like running iTunes on Spotify. Like,
No,
that
it
doesn't
wouldn't.
make sense.
It would be like
those
having
are
iTunes on your PlayStation.
Those are competing brands with competing products.
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
The NX is a competing brand with
It
a
wouldn't be
competing
like
product.
Well, let's just leave it there, but we're interested to see what you think. So,
Yeah.
We're
weigh
against
in.
Forget it. He's been right before.
Are you on Team Jordan
been
or
wrong
Team the
before.
rest of the world? Okay.
Yeah, he's been wrong.
If
All
you
right.
are right, that'd be amazing.
So let's go over some of the more kind of the featurey things we kind of know. There's some rumors coming out. It's going to be able to stream 4K video.
That's incredible. That is incredible.
Which is interesting.
What does that mean for the average
Yeah, I mean,
content?
like, why? This is a
why,
company
yeah.
that from the GameCube has never done media.
I just think that that's going to be standard with everything that comes out. From
Does
now
that just
Yeah.
mean Netflix videos will run in 4K? Because like Wii U runs Netflix
Yeah.
already. So does that just mean, oh, by the way, it'll just continue doing Netflix
Yeah.
and it'll support 4K
It's
videos?
always
I think
gonna
that's
become, like,
exactly what it
throwaway
was.
Okay. So it's
feature.
not going to be like
Yeah.
hook it up to your PC and stream 4K videos you've downloaded, or not that I condone downloading of anything that you haven't paid for.
I just think that's going to be standard with any piece of hardware
Yes.
that comes out.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have to be able to be up with the 4K videos
Yeah,
because
definitely.
that's going
It's
on.
just going to be the
Yeah.
standard.
It's a weird
Especially
selling
if you
point,
are-
though, right?
Yeah, it is.
I feel like it's just we need to give them a thing. Yep,
Yeah,
it'll
yeah,
have
yeah.
4K video.
Yeah.
But if they're making a cloud-based gaming service, you need 4K streaming.
It's also a bit of a buzzword, you know. Kind
Yeah.
of gets the people thinking.
Yeah.
And gameplay will be at 900p and run at 60 frames per second.
I believe
Which-
that's an average.
You can't guarantee 60 frames per second. It's nice. It's a nice thing to aim for.
Yeah.
But there will be developers out there that are like, no, I want my game to look even better and run at 30 frames because it looks better.
Yeah. Well, so what I've heard is that this is about the same. These are the same kind of specs that the Xbox One uses.
Right.
And I think for a Nintendo console, like, you know, their games are a lot more about fun than they are performance. You're not gonna, they're not putting Crysis 3 on there and trying to.
No one's there in their
Yeah.
Smash
Yeah.
Bros trying to like change the settings.
Yeah, and I really like that approach. There will be a lot of PC Master Race that disagree, but
I am one of those.
How
Ever since
surprising.
I've gone to PC, I'm like 1080p is fantastic. I will play with the settings to make sure I get a smooth frame rate at 1080 before I drop it down to 720. Yeah.
Can I buy some of your patience? I have none of that.
Yeah. The interesting thing, just as a side to that, is the Wii U supposedly has the highest, not ratio, but the highest number of games running at 1080p 60 frames per second.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and over and not comparing PC, obviously, out of the consoles.
Yeah.
There are more games on the Wii U that run at 1080p at 60 than the Xbox One.
But are they
and
upscaled?
PS4. No, these ones are running natively. Because the Xbox One and PS4 have a lot of games that run at 1080, it's just not natively. Whereas the Wii U has, I think, maybe 5 or 6 running natively. And the others are all slightly under.
see, I feel like this is a discussion I quite like to stay out of because,
Fair enough.
because there's
Yeah.
there's a lot of science that goes on here that
Yeah.
the people that there's
People that care, and other people are like,
and I think 99% of the population probably don't understand the way
Yeah.
it works.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, throwing out numbers like 900p and 60 frames per second, it really, in the grand scheme of thing, means nothing.
Yeah.
Because Minecraft runs, you could get that running at 100 and 200 frames per second on a
Yeah,
PC
but past
easily,
30,
right?
yeah.
But it comes down to, if you want to hit that, then your game might have to have less particles, less lighting effects, all these less animations, less bones on your characters, all these things. So it really is just a really broad thing just to make it sound
again,
important.
it feels like they're just giving things
Yeah.
away that are like, here's a thing we can say. Like,
I'm actually going to just throw in a curveball here and stick up for some 30 frames per second.
Yep.
Like games that are not Twitch based, they're not Call of Duty, they're not Street Fighter, they're not about that really fast performance, and they're really cinematic.
Yes.
A lot of cinematic stuff
Frames,
runs better at a lower frame rate.
Yeah. Looks more
Yeah,
sensitive. Less like
film
that.
is 24 frames per second.
That's it.
Yeah.
And soon as old Peter Jackson tried to make his the Hobbit movies at 45 frames, they looked a bit weird.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just because what we're used to, or maybe I read a little bit something about when you've got lower frame rates, your brain actually can interpret the difference. It kind of makes up the story and makes it more realistic.
Yeah.
As soon as you're giving it more information, it can kind of start to pick holes in it.
Too real.
yeah, there is that problem with the too real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And then the only other rumor we have left is launch titles, which was a dismal failure on the Wii U. We went through them before, and there's only, in terms of a Wii U exclusive, Zombie U, and their the 2D side-scrolling Mario, Super Mario Brothers
New
Wii.
Super Mario,
Yeah.
I just want to say they had great games.
Yeah.
They were just late.
They
They
were.
were late to the party. If they had released that console
Did the
6
Wii
months
U
early
release
with
date
the...
get pushed?
I don't think so.
Or they just
I don't
had a
think so.
terrible plan?
It was a bit of a
to start with?
surprise, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There was calls for an HD Wii for a long time, and they just waited way too long to get something out.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
But Zombie U was amazing. That was probably, in the last 5 years, it's probably been my favourite survival horror game
Yeah.
out of anything that's come out.
It's hard to sell a system on
It is.
a franchise that no one knows, though.
And survival horror.
a
genre.
game
Yeah.
that kids will not be allowed to be
Yeah.
buying and playing
True.
as well. You know,
Yeah,
how are
Nintendo
you supposed
console,
to
yeah.
sell it? Is
Into
it
households,
Mario for
yeah.
the kids and
Yeah.
Zombie U for like the parents, or
That's it.
how do you do
Probably
it? It's
not.
really hard.
Yeah.
And then you got all of those third-party games were quite mature games, really. That most
Assassin's Creed.
yes, the Assassin's Creed, Mass Effect, Batman. Arkham Asylum, I think it was at the time.
Bayonetta considered in that group as well?
No.
It was
Bayonetta,
for
no.
Bayonetta,
It
no.
wasn't. No.
So, yeah, for launch titles, you need system sellers. We've got rumour of Smash Bros. launching on that
Yeah.
system.
Yeah.
That is
I
a
think
system
that's the
seller.
right market too.
Yeah.
Like I think that the Smash Brothers players are like it fits with that whole marketing to people who existingly owned handhelds.
Yeah.
You know, trying to get it into the hardcore kind of Nintendo fan.
Yeah.
That's it,
Plus,
right?
nothing's more explosive than a game that has like characters from
Yeah.
all over the place coming and fighting.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's going to be they could really be marketed well.
Yeah, Mario Kart sells systems, Zelda sells systems, Smash Bros. Sells systems.
Mario Kart.
I think you'd be surprised about Zelda. I don't think that sells as many systems
No,
as you
yeah, I
think
think
it
it's
would.
I think that's
Unfortunately.
bumped down.
It's
a
one
bit.
of their. It doesn't sell as well as they.
it's
That's
definitely a
interesting
niche.
because I hear more buzz about Zelda getting it. That's probably because recently it hasn't been getting newer titles than
Plus,
anybody else's.
it's gamers like us that are wanting games like Zelda. The average consumer is going, "What is this? I don't want a
Yeah.
fantasy game." They just see it as like a sword and a horse and fantasy, and it's just
Yeah.
going, you're like, fighting game. I'll take that one.
Well, it'd be good.
Smash, yes.
Yeah, it'd be good to keep an eye on this, and maybe next Nintendo time we do, we'll have a discussion around what we would like to see as a launch title.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And put our I don't know, our bets
Surely
down.
rumours are only on the up now.
Yeah,
Surely.
yeah.
true.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's everything about the NX. Let us know what you
now.
thought.
Yeah.
And if you own both a Nintendo and a PlayStation 4, to win Gravity Rush Remastered, tell us what your favourite, most anticipated game for 2016 will be on the PlayStation.
Yeah.